all of our viewers on Synergy TV, all of our viewers on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb, get your pen, get your paper, have your phone so you can take notes. More importantly, you can take important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Hisham Costello. On behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a fantastic day today. It's Friday. Happy Friday. I trust all is well. And it's Friday, the 18th of August 2023, a day and time we'll never have the opportunity to have again. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. Let's quickly go to our quote for today. And our quote is coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And our quote says, "One child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world." I love this. One child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world. Brilliant. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. They are located, this is the white tent opposite Medford gas station. Check them out for all of their daily deals and of course safe and secure parking. Let's say a very good morning going out to the management and staff of Oaths Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. They are located LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Their telephone contact numbers are, please write it down and save it as Master Eric. Their numbers are 354-4459, that's 354-4459 and 4977226, 4977226. Let's say Sitaram, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and a warm welcome to Master Eric.
Thank you, Zelisa. Also, Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and good morning, everybody. So, traffic was nice. I just cruised in.
Oh, it's one of those great days.
But, you know, Zelisa, I know you wanted to bring it up a little bit, and I want to bring it up about the spiritual gifted class.
I know.
I know you've been getting messages, so you can let them know.
That's why I really wanted to talk about it. You know, I've got really wonderful, positive comments. How mind-blowing and the experience simply awesome for some of these people who felt that they had a gift spiritually. They never knew how to control it. Some people said they never knew how to deal with it, how to, you know, allow it to be molded so that it could blossom for good use. So I've been getting the reviews of some people who attended and it was simply mind-blowing.
You know, and I got to give them the credit. You know, we're just there to guide and put that little spark in there to make it work. But Zelisa, these people came in and some of them had an idea, but there was nobody out there to explain and tell them how to channel it and how is it going to grow? How do you grow with a gift? You know, this is where, you know, they were amazed, and it's just been 3 classes.
What?
Just 3.
Just 3.
Just think what they're going to be at class 8.
What I think is important is that when you have these classes and you reach out to the public and they identify then, okay, there is nobody I could connect with. Now they could reach out and be in the right place with the right influences with regards to using their gifts the right way.
The right way.
Because Master Eric, there are many people out there claim they're gifted, but if you're gifted and you have a gift from God, then you will use it for the right reasons, in a positive way and not a negative way. So I'm happy now that people could relate. There's a place that they could go where they know that this is positive and they're going to, it's a gift from God and they're going to allow it to blossom, where you could guide them and help them to do what is right and not influence into what is wrong. And so I applaud you and your team for that.
Well, thank you. And then what they also found was some of the body pains they've been experiencing for years. Once they started to let that energy channel properly, all those pains went away. Because energy gets blocked. And when it gets blocked, it causes pain, especially in the back. So, you know, I'm just happy with the way it's going. I've already got another class half full already.
Very nice.
We're going to start that soon. So anybody that wants to learn how to use your gift, enhance your gift, or most important, how do you live with your gift?
I like that.
There's,
I like that.
you know, it's totally different. And then, Zelisa, when a person has a gift, your life changes some. And what I mean by that, when you do the work and you start to use your gift, there are rules you have to follow. So you have to fast. And this takes discipline.
It takes discipline.
Especially, and then, but what I love about it, I've got in the class ranging from 23 years old up to 82.
Wow.
And even the person that's 82, she's a charm, you know, and she's really keeping up and probably passing some of the people in the class.
Excellent.
You know, and now I'll just give you a little hint. In 3 classes, now they're able to sit across from each other and push energy. And they're pushing the other one back, pushing them forward.
Yeah.
And then I had a lady, she's never known that she could do certain things. And after I got done doing what I had to do, she was complaining her head was hurting. And when she came up, I told her to come up. And then when I placed my hand on the back of her neck, you know, the first time she started speaking in tongues. And I translated the message. You know, so everybody witnessed this in the class. And then when she came back, she was kind of shocked. Like, what happened? But that message was, and tears were coming down. Do you know how long we've been waiting to come on this one? See, people don't understand. God has angels. God has his workers too. And they need to come down on certain people once in a while and do their work. And if they can't, they wait. And finally, that lady's able to do it.
Excellent.
You know?
I mean, when you have people as young as 20 and then
I got
into
quite a few
their 80s.
in their 20s.
Yeah, just think about that.
Yeah.
And we really do have a lot of gifted people around there. I'm really happy to know that they've found the right place where that gift can blossom and use in a positive way.
But
you know, I remember clearly when you did your shows, we did it some time ago, and I really feel it's something we should touch on with regards to chakras. I remember how many people told me, even somebody very, very close to me would have said it was like a new person altogether, just felt different altogether.
I did some yesterday.
Yeah.
And they said the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, they felt totally different when that transition was done. You know, but I keep saying, Zelisa, you know, one, if people are gifted, I don't care if you go to a church, temple, or mosque.
Yeah.
Why is it that they try to shun those people away? Why is it that they want to keep that gift down? Why? Is because they don't understand it. You know, and this is where the religious leaders need to come out and start learning.
Master, I like that you know, you are quite universal, and it's because that's who you are, but more importantly, you've educated yourself to take you to that level with regards to competence of all religions. So you embrace all.
And we try.
So when you touch on Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Catholic, Baptist, you reach out to all with respect and regard for their religion.
Do you know why?
Which means you don't close the door
I love
on
all.
anyone. Yeah.
And that's what humans are supposed to do. See, Zelisa, this man-made division is crumbling. And I'm going to announce it on TV. This barriers that all the religions have put up, it's crumbling, and it's going to keep crumbling. And pretty soon, people will start to understand what spirituality is really about.
Right.
It's all one. It's just different roads and different paths to reach the same destination. But my question is, why don't people want to educate themselves? You know, we just can't take what people say as gold. You have to research, check, see what they're saying. Is it true? And then you'll start to be enlightened. If I would have stayed what my religion said, and said, because I grew up as a Christian,
Yeah.
and they said, do not look this way. Do not. That's the devil. Right? But the thing is, Zelisa, if I didn't, how would I be doing what I'm doing now? That would have limited me. And something inside of me was saying, go, check it. The military was a good tool for me, because I'm going to many different countries.
Oh.
And I see the cultures.
Yeah.
And you start to see, and then I related the different cultures and the different countries to what was written in the Bible about the Tower of Babylon. And so, real quick, the Tower of Babylon, the people said, we are just as important. We're as powerful as God. We're going to build a tower to reach the height of God. And by the time they went up, guess what? It started crumbling, and nobody could understand each other. He divided everybody, so now they all went their separate ways, right? So when you look at that, they were all one at the beginning. And then when they tried to reach God, then he made everybody to where they could not understand each other, speaking different languages, right? So even though we speak different languages, the teachings of spirituality is one. It encompasses all. That's why I used to love when Sai Baba was speaking. He said, love the Christians, love the Muslims, love the Hindus.
Be the best that you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to bring that back in society.
Yeah.
Because we've lost it. We've totally lost it. And it's sad. But it's not sad for the adults. It's sad for the children. So what base are they working from? What genuine and ethical, moral, spiritual, what foundation do they have now? It's TikTok.
Yeah.
It's YouTube. You know, and then you got to watch what they're looking at that.
Correct.
So
the influences are quite, I mean, could be positive, but very negative in many instances.
most cases it's negative.
Yeah, you're very correct.
So this is what I'm trying to say. So why are we failing as parents?
We're failing as parents because if we go back to the days where we live with the extended family and the grandparents or the aunties and uncles or cousins were the influence on your children, understand? Or they would go out and play cricket or football, ride their bike. The babysitters now would be, you're very correct, would be the computers, the telephones, these tablets and these things. That's the babysitter. That becomes who your child now is influencing your child. And that's where values are lost. Where are children? What are, how are they blossoming? How are they being children? Even when you look at how some parents dress their children, you have to question, wait now, they didn't go out and buy, the parents had to go buy the clothing. You follow what I'm saying? And it leaves little to the imagination. With that, Master, let's go to our first break.
Okay, no problem.
And reminding you that our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Oates, which is Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. They've got two locations. One, LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunape and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers to call to make an appointment, whether you want to get a scan for your health or you have a spiritual problem, or you need counseling with your family, that intervention, or you've realized that you've got a very special gift. You want it to be ignited and to blossom in a positive way, so you know how to nurture it and use it in a wise and positive way, then please call 354-4459, 354-4459 or 497-7226, 497-7226. Let's go to these messages.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Due to the high volume of calls and requests, Fab India Expo has been extended until August 1st. Just a few more days remaining. Get all that you need under one roof. Ethnic Indian wear, furniture, footwear, jewelry, musical instruments, home decor, kitchenware and many more. Authentic Indian food court, spa and much more. Fab India Expo, your one-stop shop located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas. Now closing on August 1st. We're open daily, including weekends and holidays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fab India Expo. Check us out today.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. To all of our viewers on Synergy TV, all those of you on the Caribbean Showtime television in Canada, thank you so much for choosing us. Welcome back. I'm in conversation with Master Eric. Our program coming to us with the kind compliments of OATS, which means Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, with locations 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers to make an appointment are 354-4459, that's 354-4459, 497-7226, 497-7226. Master Eric, welcome back. You know, whenever you talk about, I wish sometimes our viewers could listen to the conversation we have out of the conversation when we go
behind
to the break.
the scenes.
Yeah, because there's so much that I learn, and I am always in awe of how you've been able to transform lives, help people find their true meaning, help people resolve their problems, bring about peace, bring about happiness, because in whether it's a health, because you deal with health situations when you do this scan and then you know treatments, you deal with people with spiritual problems. That steals your joy. It takes away your peace. It takes away the individual and who you are, but it doesn't just affect the individual, it affects the entire family.
No, it does, and it's a ripple effect.
Yeah.
It's like dominoes. When you tip one, tips the whole row. And Zelisa, one thing people have to understand, if you're over 16 years old, and when people come, yes, they're in situations. And first of all, everybody, when something seems like a huge problem for you, you have to look at it different. You have to look at it as a situation, not a problem. Every situation in life is temporary. You have to look at it as being temporary. And 90% of all the situations we end up in life is from decisions we did not make properly.
You're so correct.
And so then when we sat down, the first thing that we tried to identify, where did it start? What happened? What decision did you make? And 9 times out of 10, I've been saying on TV for years now, Zelisa, never make a decision based on emotion. Okay? Because when you do, it's not going to go right. Okay? You need to make sure you're calm. You think things through properly. Never rush, do a hasty decision. And listen to your intuition as God's speaking with you. If you do, 95% is going to be correct.
Yeah.
A child is basing their decision on what they learned from you.
Correct.
And this is where we're going back to the parents again. When a child is born, from the time it opens its eyes, everybody, it's learning. It's watching. It's listening. And then it knows there's a routine. There's going to be a routine. Every 2 hours it's going to be fed. Diapers have to be. Then it finally understands, hey, once I make this noise, mommy going to come. Now.
That's true.
No, they learn very fast. Now, don't think when they're laying in that crib, they're not hearing what you're saying in the house. And then as they grow up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're absorbing like a sponge. Everything that we say, we do. And now they are going to do what we do. And, you know, back to where we said before we go into on the break, where is that old-fashioned quality time between parent and child? My dad, I mean, he made me work all the time, but we get up at 4, milk the cows, bed the cows, go to school. But on weekends, he would make sure that I got to go in for 1 hour. He would go with me and sit down and watch Bugs Bunny Roadrunner.
Yeah.
And then after that was done, we go out together. So we would work together, relax together, and he would teach me things. That's not being done today. And we're going to see an end result is what's going to be negative.
Well, we are seeing it already.
No, but you haven't seen nothing yet. Wait 15 more years.
Master, when you look at, you know, the way some of the children behave in terms of how they behave in violent ways, and we're seeing all these fights, and we hear on the road, when in school you're hearing the profanity, and you're very correct, we're no longer cultured. Some families don't even sit together and have meals anymore.
They don't.
One in this room, one in that room, one here, one, you know. Where do you really have conversations? Do you really sit and talk to your children? Do you really answer when they ask questions, or do you shut them down? You know, these are things that we need to be aware of, you know.
But where's God in families now?
That's the number one point that you just made there. Where is God?
Where's God? Because
how many of us really
how many
teach
people
us
sit down as a family and pray? You know, people think, and there's nothing wrong with it, God doesn't live in the church. He doesn't live in the temple. He doesn't live in the mosque. God is everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's in everybody.
Yeah.
So praying at home is very important, because you are bringing positive energy into where you live.
Correct.
Not just in the church. And it also teaches children that there is someone bigger than us. And then, but the problem is, again, there's no teaching. Children, the first thing children or teenagers, especially teenagers, you could tell them you have to believe, you have to have faith, till you're blue in the face. They're not going to take you on unless you can show them something or let them feel something.
You live it.
And that's what we do. They will come in, I will show them and let them feel that energy. That energy isn't coming from a human. It's not coming from the devil. If the Christians would really look in history, the word devil was never written in the Bible. That was done after 1400 AD. They inserted the word devil instead of Satan. He was referred to as the king of Babylon. So, you know, there's so many things that the young people, they're not stupid.
No.
And all they do is get on Google and start researching what's being said in a church, temple, or mosque, and they're saying, look at here, this ain't true. You know, they're not saying the whole story. So this is why knowledge is very important, because guess what, Zelisa? You know what this world's going to be like when we lose 70% of the young people in church, temple, or mosque? We're going to be in a world of hurt. Now, you have that. I'm going to bring it up again. I'm not scared. What they're doing in the States and in Europe and even here now a little bit. When the schools say you don't have no say in what we teach your child. If your child comes in and says they want to be a bunny rabbit, we will treat them like a bunny rabbit. If they come in and say they're a boy now instead of a girl because they hear it on TV, they will let them live like a boy or girl in school. So they'll be in the same bathrooms as the other ones, right? And the parents have no say.
Master, if it's okay, I would really like you to elaborate on that particular topic, because it's very sensitive. Nobody really is talking about it, but it's extremely serious.
Why is it sensitive? Whatever happens in the world, people need to give their opinion.
Right.
But once you are shut down for giving your opinion, then your right for free speech is gone.
Taken away.
So that's dictatorship.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I won't stand for. Another thing, you know, when it comes to children, children are vulnerable. They're innocent. And when you're going into lower ages and you're starting to let them know about transgender, that are you really a boy? Do you feel like you're a boy or do you feel like you're a girl? All right. A child, decision making, the process is not there yet. Okay?
So, Master Eric, that's why I asked that particular question. And the reason was, it's because one of your many strengths, which I think is extremely important, which sets you apart from others, is the fact that you are specialized in particular in spirits. You know how to deal with this spirit. I like to call you an angel, a slayer, right? Because that's what you deal with, and nobody really knows and understands the depth of what you do.
And we don't really talk about it.
We don't really, but I think if they understand the depth of what you do, they'll have, like I have that respect because I know what you do and how you do it. And so that is why I ask you to elaborate on that, because if for some particular reason a child would say now at the age of 10, you have a son, he was born a son and you treated him as a son and he's grown up a son, and then at 10 he says to you, I am not a boy, I'm a girl, and you see feminine things, and you know you must identify what is feminine and what is masculine. Could that then be, is there a line with regards to what we are talking about? Could it be something that is spiritual? So I want you to elaborate on that when we return.
Okay.
because I think it's important, because I think it's confusing for many people, and I know you would be the best person to answer that.
Okay.
Let's go to these messages, but first let me remind you our program this morning, coming to us with the kind compliments of oats. I want to say a very good morning to the management and hard-working staff of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. They are located LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are, so write the numbers down and of course put Master Eric, so you know if it's a health problem, if it's a spiritual problem, it's for counseling, advice, whatever intervention. 354-4459, 354-4459, 4977226, 4977226. Let's wish the management and staff a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. Let's go to these messages.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans, which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Charan's Bookstore for all your school books, stationery items, uniforms, shoes, board games, toys, and much more. Visit them at any of their 3 branches located at 24 Eastern Main Road, Quezay, San Juan. Telephone number 675-9024 or 675-3607. 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, 663-1884, 663-1476, or 645-3878. Trin City Mall, Trin City. Contact them at 640-3155.
Calm down.
Check out Charan's Bookstore.
Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies, and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Cunupere. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Lifetime Solutions, manufacturer of metal roofing, panels, framing, guttering, and related products. Located lot number 26, Omera Industrial Estate in Arima. Give us a call, 646-5813 for further information. Lifetime Solutions, give us a call today.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Master Eric, and of course our program today coming to us with the kind compliments of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. There are 2 locations, LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, that's 354-4459, 4977226, 4977226. Let's say welcome back to Master Eric. And so we're going to go back to the question that I asked just prior to the news. When a child is now saying, or an individual, it could be a teenager, it could be an adult, it could be a husband or a wife, now behaving in a different manner where they're saying, well, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. Or they're behaving, or they're making choices like that, their dress code and things like that. And the question I ask, can that be a spiritual problem?
It could be. Most likely, no. But there's always a chance that a spirit could enter a child or a person, and that could be a male demon in a female body.
Right.
That can happen. I've done that.
Okay.
I've actually pulled out male demons that totally possessed a female.
Right. So when you went to, or when you were dealing with that particular situation or situations, did you identify that perhaps the voice of the woman was now sounding masculine?
Oh, definitely.
And that's how you determine if it's a male or female?
That plus the energy that you receive from it.
Ooh.
You can tell the difference between a feminine energy and a male energy. But that is a specialized case to where you can have females and the males, which is demonic. Their job is just to take over your body. They want to live through you, right? But what we were talking about this morning, that isn't the case. What the case is where the governments and top, companies in the world, they're going out. This, let me tell you something, Zelisa. This is $1 trillion business that they're making off of this, of actually doing the sex changes. When a child is in school and the child says, I want to be a boy or I want to be a girl, right? They will start to inject the hormones.
But what do you think?
Without the parents knowing. This is what the parents are all upset about. Away.
Of course.
And they're saying when your kid is in school, they're not your kid. They're under them. And they have the jurisdiction. But you're going to see some things happening.
Crazy
But the suicide rate, Zelisa, is going to go up 800 or more % in the next 10 years.
Wow. Because
there are people that's already done it.
Yeah.
They were young.
Yeah.
And they're begging. They've been to Washington. They've been to the meetings and crying, saying, please don't. We regret what we've done. Okay? Why? You can inject the hormones. You can change the parts of the body. But what you cannot change is the genetics, the DNA strands, right? Now, that's still going to be there. So that child, even though they did the sex change and did the hormones, they have this over here still counteracting what they were.
Yeah.
Now this is going to clash. Now their hormones is going to skyrocket. It's going to go all over the place, right? And then you're going to have huge depressions. You're going to have anxiety. There's a lot of things. Now they're going to be like outcast, right? Because the ideology of doing this is like a 0.01%. It's not even near a 1% of the population. So people will let you do what you need to do, but just don't come on their turf. You know what I mean? So they got that to deal with now. Now when babies are born, it's going to be to where you can't say, oh, I got a baby boy or I got a baby girl. It's they.
That's very scary,
Okay. Well, look at me. I said the other day, I don't care who's in front of me. It could be the President of the United States, because this is what they're trying to push. I'm still going to call my wife a beautiful woman. I don't care what they say. I'm going to call my daughter a daughter. I'm going to call my boy a boy.
A boy, yeah.
You know, I'm not going to let the pressures change who my family is.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, they're going to start rewriting scriptures. They've already done it. They're going to have different writings now to where it's not about male and female. Okay? So when you start, it's like they're forcing it on the public. And I'm a firm believer, free will of choice. So if some people want to do this, that's your choice. But don't bring it into the school system to where people are being indoctrinated into thinking this way at a young age.
Right.
You know, and this is where, and I asked, we briefly touched it last time we were on air, why aren't the religious institutions standing up? Why aren't they standing up and saying, hey, this is not how God made the world? Man is trying, remember the Tower of Babylon? How it crashed, it crumbled. Well, man again is trying to say we're God. We could make this person into a woman, this one into a man, and guess what? You're going to see something else crumble. God's only going to take it so long, and then he's going to put a warning out for people. And you know, this is where society has lost their morals, their ethics. If people want to be a certain way, that's fine, if they're at a certain age where they can make up their own mind.
Yeah.
You understand? Then, I told you during break, some people are saying on the news and around the world that the reason they're this way is because they have two souls, right? They're saying they have a male and female soul. Well, I hate to educate everybody out there, but the soul is neutral gender. It's neutral. It is not male or female.
And we have one soul, not two?
Correct.
Okay.
So that was brought up to me before, and when I said that, I said, before you were born, your life was written. You made a promise to God. Now you select your mother, and you are going to know whether you're going to be a boy or girl before you're born. You know, now the soul comes in, and he knows you're a girl, and your life is written for a girl, but then you went ahead and altered yourself into a boy.
What happened?
Well, your destiny has just crumbled. What is predestined for you. Now, it doesn't mean you cannot maintain to a certain extent on your own on earth. Some people believe that you yourself are your own destiny in life without God. But I've never seen that to be proven. So what I'm saying, how could something that is predestined for you come to you if you've altered the whole path 100%? Now, what's going to happen when people try to have babies? So they're saying it won't be long, men will produce milk, and then men will have babies. But the installation of the uterus isn't 100% yet. So they're trying it, but they're already converting people in the transition, but the uterus and all that is not proven yet. So if you wanted to have a baby, why would you even want to do the transition before it's proven? You understand? Yeah. So this is like an experiment ongoing. And this is where I think people need to stand up and say, especially doctors, specialists, they need to stand up and put a warning out and say, if you want to decide this, wait, because this is not proven. You may never have children. You know, and the person's already been through this, the transition. So it's a lot for
It's heavy.
the world to actually try to absorb. Now, people down here, they're saying, that's up there. That's in Europe. Guess what? It's coming. And and now, what are you going to say when somebody's doing your child like that in school? How would you react? Would you react like the angry parents up in the States? You know, the parents are saying, I don't care if my kid's in school or not. I'm the parent. They're my child.
Well,
You know,
I'm sure there are
so-
people right now are saying we can't even get crime under control. How are we going to deal with that? We can't even stand up as citizens and make a change and do what is
But-
right. You know what I mean?
But Zelisa, the crime can go under control. I want to do a show on that.
Great.
Because I can prove it.
Yeah,
You know, that was my specialty.
it was.
So I could prove crime. But the thing is, people don't want it to change. If they did, they would be having emergency meetings right now.
We don't want it
They'd
to
be
change.
sitting down saying, okay, call in these experts. What can we do now?
It's a runaway house. It's really
Now,
out
years
of
ago,
control, Master
Zelisa,
Eric.
another country in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
during Christmas,
Yeah.
I had to cancel all my vacation. And they had me go up and brief the government on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and they didn't let their cabinet go home on crime. They were serious. But we can't even get an audience here.
Nowhere near.
You know, so this is what I'm
Nobody-
saying. So if people like it so, let it be so.
Yeah. I say
You know,
that.
I talk straight.
Yeah.
But before I forget, I promised 3 ladies.
Sure.
I would say the 3 beautiful ladies, I went to their house yesterday in the South. I want to say hello. Okay, I told them I'd give them a little shout out. Okay? But Zelisa, everything, if you look at the turbulence around the world right now. Look at the political status around the world.
It's
Look at the
depressing.
government status.
You're correct.
We're losing, the dollar's losing value. Everything in the world right now
It's in a
is
deplorable
going
state.
down.
You're correct.
The crime is going up.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the positives are going down.
Yeah.
And the negatives
Correct.
are rising
I
up.
stand with you there. We've got to go to a break.
Okay.
And of course, again, reminding you that there are 2 offices of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited for your convenience. Of course, one is at LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. The other is opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Remember to lock in the number, write it down, put it in your phone, Master Eric. The numbers are 354-4459. That's 354-4459, 497-7226, 497-7226. Let's go to these messages.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans, which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Due to the high volume of calls and requests, Fab India Expo has been extended until August 1st. Just a few more days remaining. Get all that you need under one roof. Ethnic Indian wear, furniture, footwear, jewelry, musical instruments, home decor, kitchenware and many more. Authentic Indian food court, spa and much more. Fab India Expo, your one-stop shop located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas. Now closing on August 1st. We're open daily, including weekends and holidays. 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fab India Expo. Check us out today.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Passage to Asia, the award-winning restaurant and banquet suite located in the heart of Chaguanas, the best fusion food restaurant in Trinidad and Tobago. From the second you enter to the moment you leave, you will be treated like royalty. Come dine in luxury and enjoy the finest combination of Asian cuisine prepared by skilled and qualified chefs at Passage to Asia. The experience is truly unforgettable, perfect for families, couples, and large groups. Passage to Asia, located at St. Ives Street, Chaguanas. Contact 672-2701. Also, visit us on Facebook and Instagram.
Have you been diagnosed with stroke, Parkinson's disease, dementia, or migraine headaches? Do you have weakness of your feet, hands, or face? Are you having trouble with your memory? Do you keep forgetting where you place your keys? Do your hands shake? Are your muscles stiff? Do you have bad headaches? Then the solution is Synapse Medical Services Limited. The consultant physician at Synapse Medical Services is a UK-trained specialist in internal medicine with Canadian training in general neurology and stroke neurology. To book an appointment now, WhatsApp 367-9368. That is 367-9368, and be on your way to a speedy recovery.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation with Master Eric, and of course our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, that's 354-4459, 4977-226, 4977-226. Master Eric, welcome back. There's so much reason for concern after this deep conversation today. It leaves me thinking, and you
got to be aware.
Yes.
You got to be aware at all times the environments that your child goes to. What is really being taught? What is really being said?
Yeah.
Okay, and then listen to your children when they come home. The people are not having conversations with their children. So the children aren't telling them what they're being taught at school.
But you're not listening.
And then when it's too late, who do you have to blame? It's you. And then you have to blame the school or the government or whatever. But all I'm trying to say is we need to install the values, the morals, the ethics in children when they're young. So when this is being said to them,
correct,
they would come home and say, but Daddy, Mommy, they're saying that this is okay at school. So you would know, because they know something's wrong. You're saying one thing and they're saying another. But we're not seeing it.
Master Eric, do you and your team deal with delinquent children? If there are parents out there right now, especially
yes, I've had many
who are drinking, liming, smoking, they cannot control their children, they're out of control, they're quite delinquent. Would you be able to deal with families like that?
No, we do. I'll give you a short little story. I don't know, I got a couple of minutes. A woman said that her son was uncontrollable. He entered into a gang, and he started beating the mother, started beating the father, right? And all he wanted to do is just listen and do what the gang said. So they finally got him. They had to force him to come and see me. There was only one way to get to that boy, all right? So when he sat down looking off, like he's not taking me on. And I asked the parents to leave. I said, leave me alone with he. And why he's looking away like he don't care, right? This is what I told him. Because I can see with God's help. I said, last Friday, the leader of your gang, and I gave him the description of the gang leader, and you all piled into the white Nissan B13 car. You went down to this bar, and you guys were shot at, but nobody got killed. And I said, but have you noticed that your gang leader never goes with you? He sends you guys out, right? Man, he woke up fast, because everything I told him is what happened. And I looked at him and I said, let me tell you something. If you don't change your ways, I'm coming to your funeral in 6 months.
Wow. Now I know.
So he knew if I knew what the gang leader looked like, the color of the car, the make of the car, where they went, what happened, and I said, I'll see you in 6 months in the ground.
He knew he was going to be dead in 6 months.
And guess what? overnight, and it wasn't me doing this, it's God. He changed 180 degrees, right? And he ended up being an assistant pastor in a church. You know, I'm not saying I'm turning people into preachers or pundits.
But you guide them.
But that reality hit when he was told. Otherwise, he wasn't going to listen to nothing. You know.
I know. I was about to say that I am also aware that you counsel a lot of marriages, a lot of couples. They come for you, and I think it's because it is important to have that objective intervention and somebody with a little insight as well that can help guide. Because sometimes people go to the wrong people, or they discuss their personal business with people and may not get the right advice. And I think experience is the greatest teacher, because I would have gotten some calls where couples would have gone for that one-on-one counseling, and you were able to help them get back on track when it comes to ignite that little flame that should have been there, into helping. So, you know, and the reason I'm saying that is because we have so many people out there that are troubled and they don't know where to go and they don't know where to begin. But today, you know the answer to those problems, you know the solution, and that is not sitting idly by and letting things happen, but getting a hold of the problem and finding a solution. Make that call. Get help. Get help.
See, Zelisa, I think if you spent 1 week with us, just 1 week, and you get the clearance from the clients, and you set in, I think it would actually shock you of how many people, the percentage in Trinidad and Tobago, is walking around every day of their life totally miserable.
Unhappy.
They're unhappy. And
that's true.
And God hasn't meant for us to be unhappy. There has to be a solution to where you start loving life. And then when you're unhappy with life, you start to not love yourself. And this goes down. I'd love to have a show on that.
I love that you've said that, because how many of us really love ourselves? And I say it all the time, you know, Master. If you cannot love you, you cannot love anybody else. And you have to learn to love you.
And here's the mistake they're making. Everybody's getting with somebody because they believe that person can make them happy. But guess what? How much pressure are you putting on that person? And then what are you going to do when that person stops making you happy? You're back to square one again.
You live in a lie.
You have to deal with the situation yourself. You know, and that's what we're there for.
Your closing comments?
My closing comments today is, people, take more time with your children. Learn your child. Be a part of your child's life. Not just coming home from work, let them watch the iPad or TV. Take interest in their life. Do things with them. Spend time. Go outside. They need to learn about sports. They need to learn music, dancing, things like this. Sports teaches you that when you lose, you still move on.
Discipline.
You know, it's discipline. You know, have that time. Communication is the key. Also, communication is the key between husband and wife. If you don't have communication, you might as well call it quits.
Correct.
Because it's going to come up and bite you. Also, make sure God's a part of your life. A very important part of your life.
I love that. That's an
And you'll see things will start to harmonize.
Yeah. Have that faith and trust in God. You're so
That's
correct. That is such a deep message. And I really wish you would take it and apply it and have that faith and trust. Master, as always, I thank you. I'm always humbled.
Pleasure.
And I'm always very grateful for you imparting, you know, your knowledge so that we could make better choices and we can make a stand today to make that change in your life, to be a happier, healthier and peaceful you. Thank you so much. We look forward to you joining us next Wednesday. You're blessing us. Special show on Wednesday.
I'll let you know on that.
Okay, great. So, of course, much thanks again going out to the management and staff of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, LP 78, Monroe Road in Cunupia. and also opposite Palmas Park in San Fernando. Telephone 354-4459. That's 354-4459 and 497-7226. 497-7226. Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Be kind, be courteous, be giving. Have yourselves an awesome day today and a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for choosing us. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. And much thanks going out to the Singh family for these beautiful roses that I received yesterday. And that's why I had them on set. So thanks a whole lot for these roses. Thank you.